complete inbox, brand new. Well, not brand new, used new, like new, Model 2 Sega Saturn. And I got this particular one just because I had always wanted a Sega Saturn, and I just always wanted a Sega Saturn, really, like, nothing much to it. But I always thought the Model 2 was particularly attractive, but you know, you never want to. It's just so unattractive to me because they're yellow oftentimes. They get incredibly yellow throughout the aging process, and that's to do with a particular flame retardant that they put in the plastic. It doesn't necessarily have to do with a smoker. I know smoking does exacerbate it, like with Dreamcast and the PlayStation 1s, not the original ones, but the little white ones they made. It's a flame retardant that they put in the plastic that actually causes the yellowing and browning of the white plastic, not necessarily smoking, although smoking can contribute to it. So anyway, I got this one because it came with a bunch of shit, and it was so clean. It was so damn clean. I just wanted to fucking get it, you know. I saw it, and I had to have it, man. There's a slight rip in the box, but I'm not too bothered about that. I'm surprised that it even has the box still, you know. Here it is, you know. Hold it up for you to get a good look at it. I'll turn it around. I was thinking of putting a fender rear on this, but now that once I saw how clean it was, I couldn't do it, you know. So let's open this here flap up. Bring it down like this. Okay, so it goes like this. Okay. Wow, this thing is fucking cool. I don't want to rip any of it. It comes with all the original like corrugated cardboard and shit. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, got to make sure to take good care of this. The seller did an amazing job taking care of that, so I don't want to lose it. Here's the original controller. So it's like graying. I don't know if that's like natural. The one I have, I got a replica rather. This controller that's wireless, and it was a little bit wider. And these click, they don't snap. That's cool. I don't really care. A lot of those old school games don't necessarily require super adequate shoulder button use like a lot of the trigger-based games of this generation and the last do. This is a neat little package that'll be part of the add-ons that I also got with it. Just a basic power cable. This looks like a S-video cable, but that's okay. I did purchase with this the level hike. I know people will have their opinions about what sort of upscaling solution you should use, and that was the one I chose because it's the cheapest and the best for the price. You know, I could have paid 4 times as much and gotten a better solution, but honestly, like, I find that more so than the cables, people are all concerned about the cables, but they're using shitty projection mechanisms. They're using shitty TVs that aren't meant to display this type of resolution anyway. So it really doesn't make a difference. But that's just my opinion. Here's the console itself. Super duper clean. Look at that. Look at that. Bubble wrapped to shit. Just incredibly clean. Just everything looks absolutely pristine on this thing. It looks like the guy never even used it, really. All original inserts come with it. So we're just gonna delve right into this. This is just such a cool opportunity. I know I don't have too many followers, and I know I don't really have much of a presence on Instagram Live or Twitch to where somebody would want to come in and just check it out, but I just thought this was such a cool thing that I wanted to preserve it more so for myself, to kind of look back and be like, oh, this is what it looks like to unbox a Sega Saturn. So and not just any Sega Saturn, like the history here is just so cool. I do like the Model 1. The Model 1 is sort of the gray version. The NTSC version is the black version, and the Model 2 is the white version. And I always thought they were much better looking, the Model 2s, but because they yellow so much, I really hated that shit. I just didn't want to deal with it. You know, who wants to have a yellow looking console? Everybody sees it. It's not a showpiece. It doesn't look cool. It's just for playing Japanese Sega Saturn games, and if you get an action replay, you can play United States Sega Saturn games. And it's a box to put a Fenrir in, basically, which is an emulator. So this is the hardware lineup insert. It looks super pristine, super duper duper clean. All the colors very vibrant still. You gotta love it. And on the back is some interesting literature about how to connect a keyboard and how to connect your console to SegaNet, which was a precursor to the Sega Saturn. They definitely, while Sega didn't have their shit together with a lot of things, and they made countless blunders, especially in their miscommunication between their Japanese and North American divisions, they were incredibly forward-thinking with online gaming. And you really gotta admire the fact that Sega in 1990, I believe the Saturn was released in 1994. This is from 1997. I don't know when Sega Net services began, but they were offering expansion content to games. They were offering downloadable games, and they were offering multiplayer services for games like Duke Nukem and Doom, I believe, and Sega Rally. They were offering multiplayer services in the mid-90s, you know? That's incredible. You know, console gaming was always seen as an isolative thing, and Sega really was attempting to bring it global and bring it multiplayer and bring it online multiplayer, because they saw that that was one of the main advantages that PC gaming had. And now you look at it now, it's like, if a game doesn't have an online multiplayer component, it's not dead in the water essentially, but it could be, depending on the genre of game. Can you imagine a first-person shooter without an online multiplayer component? Not really. You know, even games like Borderlands have online co-op. So this was incredibly cool. And then I was a big consumer of Sega Dreamcast online solution. I was a big SegaNet fan. I played Unreal Tournament on SegaNet quite a bit on the Dreamcast. I played Quake on SegaNet. I know a lot of people have Phantasy Star Online experiences that they're very fond of. And again, we're just unboxing this Sega Saturn Model 2, and it is incredibly clean, incredibly good condition. I didn't overpay for this. I feel like I got a very fair deal from this seller, especially considering that I got it shipped for free. And we're gonna get into taking the bubble wrap off this, and I'm eventually going to get the level hike out, and we're gonna try it out on stream. So if you wanna check the stream out, it's twitch.tv/Pepsi Clean. Pepsi like the soda, clean like Mr. Clean. Twitch.tv/Pepsi Clean, and you'll be able to get that content there. This is the unboxing. That's sort of the prelude to that. And I know I could wax poetic about SegaNet all night and talking about Unreal Tournament and playing online. I got the keyboard not for typing in the dead, but just to talk trash to people on the internet and tell them to go fuck themselves. You know, not my proudest moments, but you know, there's a certain satisfaction when you're lost in an adult's world as a 12-year-old, when you can just get on the internet and shit hammer an adult and tell them to get fucked. But I believe this is I couldn't even tell you. This is just okay. So this is, I guess, when this was purchased, right? So this was purchased December 23rd, 1998, and I believe this is a certificate of that purchase. You can see the date right there. It does say 98/12/23, so that's pretty cool. And I guess it was purchased from Mr. Max, which is probably a Japanese retailer of some sort. Here's the original instructional booklet. Let's see if there's any hits in here. Nothing major, just instructions on how to hook it up to your television. Diagrams of the console. Instructions on how to hook it up to your television. All very very neat stuff, but not necessarily the coolest thing. All right, so let's get into this. Console came with a stack of games and some special games that require this RAM expansion. I really wish I brought my box cutter because I'm just gonna have to rip through this shit by hand, but it's fine. I mean, I'm pretty good at it by now. And these are not the only Saturn games I have. I have a stack of them right here, but these are the Saturn games that came with the console. And these are all region locked to Japan, but you can always buy an action replay that has it'll switch between the different RAM expansion levels. I believe there's a 2 megabyte and a 4 megabyte, and it'll switch between regions, so you can have Japanese games and North American games, and you can play them on the same Sega Saturn just with one cartridge. So this is the expansion cartridge. I believe this is the 1 megabyte one, actually. I think they come in 1 and 4, but it may be 2 and 4, I'm not sure. But this is a pretty cool thing. It was great that this seller threw it in. I'm very happy about that. And it came with King of the Fighters 97, which is a super cool game. Super cool game. I like it a lot. It makes me feel good to play. It's like a nostalgia game. I'm a big SNK fan. I'm not a super big fan of their of all their fighting games, but King of the Fighters is definitely one that I really like. I really like King of the Fighters. I really like The Last Blade. I really like Metal Slug, obviously, but that's not a fighting game. But and it can only play if you have this. So let's break into the other lot of games. Some bangers here, some real sweet, some real sick ass fucking games here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got the Saturn, and I was stoked that the Saturn didn't have any yellowing, and it didn't have any fucked up shit going on with it. It was just all cherry. So I was like, I gotta have it. And the seller was kind enough to throw in these games. So we got Virtua Fighter 2. That's a classic, you know. I'm a big fan of the Virtua Fighter series, and honestly, it looks like we got it from Japan, so it might have been damaged in transit, but well, that's weird. I don't know what the hell this is. It's just like an insert, but yeah, big Virtua Fighter fan, so this is a good one. The second World Fighting Tournament has begun with their polished skills and improved speed. Following 10 fighters will compete in an effort to determine the world's #1 fighting champion. That's fucking cool, man. I don't speak Japanese, so I can't really read the titles, like the manual. Then we got Thunderhawk 2. This is like a tank or like a helicopter game. Not really into it, but it came with the console. Not really one that I'm super into. And this is Soul Hackers. It's like an RPG. It is apparently pretty cool, but again, I don't speak Japanese, and I don't want to buy a guide, but it is complete in box, which is cool. Although Japanese games are about half as costly as a United States region lock game. Let's get into the last pack of. We even got one hair from the seller. How cool is that? That's a collector's item right there. But let's get back into the games that we got with this console. And this one is one of the cooler games. It's really not rare, but none of these are particularly rare. But we got Street Fighter 02, which is known as Street Fighter Alpha 2. But an incredibly good Street Fighter game. You know, some people do consider this one in particular to be like the best of the series. So a lot of people do really enjoy this title. It's not super common that people will pick it as the even the best in the Zero/Alpha series, but a lot of people do enjoy Zero 2 or Alpha 2. More people would probably prefer Alpha 3, but this one is it's good shit. And then we have Princess Maker 2, which it's an RPG. I don't really know too much about it, and I'm not gonna read a guide on Princess Maker 2 and how to play Princess Maker. So that's it for that, and we'll just do a quick overview of the other games I got for the Saturn. We have Tetris S. We got K1, King of Kings. I'm a big K1 fan. So on the back you can see like Andy Hoog, Ernesto Hoost, Peter Arts, Jerome Lebanet, and some other ones. You know, I think they got Mike Bernardo there. They got a few bangers. If you ever want to watch some good fighting, look up K1. You won't be disappointed. Just type in best of K1 on YouTube. You'll get some good knockouts. And this is Puyo Puyo 2, I believe, or Puyo Puyo Su. It's a puzzle game. It's sick. It's a good game. Obviously, we got Sega Rally. Not much Japanese needed for a lot of these titles. I try and keep it to fighting games, racing games. I have a copy of Daytona USA coming. I have I think I have one more game coming on top of that. Puzzle Fighter. I have a copy of Puzzle Fighter coming. And then this is kind of an interesting game. I got these from a seller in Washington, and this is kind of an interesting title. It's a CG portrait of Shandy from Virtua Fighter, and it plays his stage music, and it's like a 3D portrait of him. And I guess there's a few different stages he's in, and you can look at Shandy on your television in 1990 whatever. You know, how cool is that? I can look at my favorite character on my TV separate from the game. I don't even have to play the game. So that's pretty much it. I got some other cool pickups today, but I'll save those for another time. But I really just wanted to take a look at this. You know, fuck it, I'll break the bubble wrap on this before I head on out of here. We'll just take a whole unfettered, unfiltered look at this monstrosity of the mid-90s. Got a little cat hair in it, but that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Let's bring it on. Just slide it on out here. I hit the disc release accidentally, but damn is it clean. Look at how clean this is. Do you see the cleanness? Do you see it? Look under there. Nary a blemish. You really can't even see any signs of visible use. I know it's been used, obviously, judging by the hair in it and around it. But honestly, the buttons feel clicky and nice. The disc tray snaps in nicely. These click nicely. These springs are still pretty fresh. It's clean, man. There's a little slight scuffing right here on the place where you can see your CD spinning, the little window. But really, like, for a 25-year-old item, give or take, this is in incredible condition, and I am very pleased to have it in my collection. So go to twitch.tv/PepsiClean if you want to see some more. If you want to see me get down on this thing, I'm going to be going live around 6:30 or 7 p.m. Pacific time. This is going to be going up around 5 p.m. Pacific time on, it's 5/10/21, I believe. I don't know. I'm not good with dates. I don't know today's date usually. I just look at my phone. But yeah, so I'm going to be going live in about an hour and a half. I'm going to be playing this thing on a level hike, and I'm going to be playing all these cool titles I have, and I'm going to be trying out. Actually, I will grab the other piece of equipment I have real quick. Oh my god. You see this? Amateur hour, right? Amateur hour. But I do have one other piece of Sega Saturn equipment. That's pretty nifty. And shit, I'll show that before we get on out of here. If I upload this to YouTube, which I don't even know how to do, I don't know if you can take a live and upload it to YouTube. I'm sure you can, but whatever. This is a wireless Sega Saturn controller. And like I was mentioning, it's a little bit whiter. This is a little bit more gray. And there's a little bit of different textural consistency when you press the buttons, but this is a wireless Sega Saturn remote. And as you can see, this adapter plugs in right here, like so. And boom, I have a wireless Sega Saturn controller. So that's cool. And then you have the find button here. You press this button and then you press the home key, I believe, and they link. So how cool is that looking? How cool is this looking right here? Yeah. See that? You got the white wireless controller, and this is done by Retrobit. You know, a lot of people like these. I heard good things about them, so I figured since I'm getting a Sega Saturn, I might as well get a nice wireless controller so I can just kind of kick it on the couch, blah, 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 be playing my games. As you notice, this one clicks a little bit more, and this one kind of presses a little bit more. So it's kind of this one has more of a trigger consistency, if that makes sense, and this one is just a button. Ultimately, they're not pressure sensitive, so it doesn't really matter. They are, for all intents and purposes, buttons anyway. As far as the actual buttons, they feel about the same. The D-pads are remarkably similar. So yeah, and I accidentally hit the link button, so I was trying to link. But yeah, thank you to the 3 people who came in and immediately left. It's okay. This is still me doing my thing, man. So I hope you enjoyed it for however long you watched. And if you have any cool Sega Saturn accessories that you'd like to sell me, go ahead and hit me up. And if you'd like to buy any of this stuff, hit me up. I am going to sell some of this. I'm not a big Princess Maker fan. I don't know what Soul Hackers is, or I don't want to learn what it is. And Thunderhawk, I don't enjoy those types of tanky games. So I'm going to be selling these 3 games. If you're interested in any of the other stuff, I'm going to be using it for a minute. But yeah, I'm going to be on Twitch, twitch.tv/PepsiClean here in a second. And thanks. Hope you enjoyed this cool Sega Saturn. Cool, pretty much new in box, although not new in box, Sega Saturn. Look at that. All original inserts. Got to read about the Osaka, I think they're the Tigers baseball team, and just kind of get a little culture. And I'm gonna be getting some more culture on this thing. Playing it all night tonight on stream. Twitch.tv/PepsiClean. All right, I'll see you guys around. Thank you. Have a good one.